Hey y'all, what's up? I just wanted to spread like a quick message to y'all. So, I think we don't give ourselves enough grace for how far we have come with Christ. Sometimes we can't see how far we have come because we're always raising the bar, raising that standard, trying to please the Lord. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm trying to get you to understand that you're doing just fine. You're doing all right. Stop beating yourself up. Stop overworking yourself. Stop thinking you're needing to please people. You don't have to please no one but the Lord. Elohim, the everlasting God. Yahweh. Please understand that when you're serving the Lord, you're serving for Him. When you're laboring for the Lord. I understand what you have to do. Like, you want people, to get the salvation of the Lord, and that's okay, but you are doing just fine. You're doing enough. You are doing enough. And when we make so many mistakes, and we make mistakes now versus then, we don't realize that we're actually handling it better than our past self would. The one that was crucified with the flesh. We don't look at it that way. That yes, even though you could have fell into temptation, you could have fell back into sin, or whatever you were trying to run away from, you don't understand that you're handling it better than you did last time. So I always want you to take a moment to realize that you're doing good. That, God is proud of how far you have come. And you have overcame major things in your life. You overcame a lot. The schemes of the devil, you overcame a lot of stuff. And I think you need to wholeheartedly realize that. So don't beat yourself up. Don't let your thoughts tell you that you are not doing enough, because you are. You are doing enough. You are enough. So what I'm telling you guys is what they say. Congratulations for just fighting with Christ. Fighting with Him through all the trials and the tribulations, and standing strong and firm in your faith. Many people don't get that far. So stop raising that bar so high when you're standing in so many answered prayers. Like I said, it's always a blessing to be stressed about things you used to pray for. It's a blessing to be stressed about that. So stop raising those standards so high when you're meeting everyone and you can't even realize that. And you know why you do that? Because it's only because of the Lord. The Lord gets you there. That's why the Lord you commit your plans to the Lord, and He will establish them every single time. And I can promise you that. Just please stand firm in your faith. Never give up walking with Christ. Never give up on God. Never give up your faith. Because it's never going to be easy. And I don't think people say that. It's never going to be easy. But that's why, had He told us what we had to go through to get to a certain point in our life, we wouldn't have done it. We wouldn't have walked with Him. So that's the love of not knowing things. Of not knowing everything. And you can look back and be on like, whew, yeah, that was a lot, huh? But give yourself grace for what you have overcame with Christ. Give yourself that much. Gonna be just fine. There's so much to look up to in your future with Christ. You have a great future ahead of you. And the plans that He has for you, yeah, that's better than you can even imagine. Sometimes when we pray, we be like, God, just do this for me. That'll be enough. Just, that'll be enough. But He's like, do you not understand? I can do way more than that. Everything that you lost, He can do 7 times better than that. 7 times better. So if you're in that pit and you're in that hole and wanting to get out, I know a hand that can pull you out. I know a guy, and his name is God, the everlasting God. The everlasting God. Like, I don't know if I told y'all this, but when I spent my time in that mental place, I was praying so hard. I was praying to the Lord. I was like, please, like, Lord, please let me get out of here. Let me at least get out of here before prom. And not knowing, a few days in, prom was the next day. So I was praying, and the only thing I really had was my Bible. That really taught me to sit down in my Bible. So I had my Bible. That's all I really had. No phone, no nothing. And it taught me a lot of humbleness. And I met another brother of Christ in there too. And it's just, everything turned out for the good. And I was looking at that situation as, Lord, please get me out of here. Get me out of this. But I wasn't focusing on why I was in there, and I wasn't focusing on why He put me in that situation. So the next day when I kept praying, I kept asking, please, please, please. And which the video y'all seen of my dog Bella, that was the same day that I had got out of there. And keeping my faith in there, it was a rocky road. It was very rocky, because I didn't have my phone to go grab to go on TikTok to see a fellow Christian or to see any believer speaking life into me. Like, I had just a book. So I'm telling you, it don't matter, in the good and the bad, the hard times, whatever it is, God is gonna be always there. He gonna be always there in the midst of it all. You just gotta look for His hand. And if we forget to look for His hand, which what I was doing before that, He'll put you in a place where only you and Him can talk. Only you can talk to Him. When you can hear Him, no distractions, no phone, no doom scrolling, no any of that. So when I say I know a guy, and His name is Jesus Christ. Like, I was never always perfect. I'm not perfect at all, but I was never always just who I was that you see right here. And still in the now, I still struggle sometimes in my walk with Christ, but it's minor things in this. And I look back and I say, like, wow. I say, wow. And the more and more that he wakes you up in the morning, but the more and more you wake up, and the more and more he open your eyes, you just want to live. You just want to live. And after that experience, that really opened my eyes. So what I'm saying is, don't ever forget the Lord. Don't ever forget Him, but give yourself grace for what you have overcome. Give yourself grace from where you used to be, and look back on it and be like, is that who I am now? So when you fall into these situations and you fall into temptation, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. Know that you handling it way better than your past self ever could. You a diamond in the rough. Keep on being great, baby.
The Lord is close to the broken-hearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. The righteous person may have many troubles, but the Lord delivers him from them all. No one who takes refuge in him will be condemned.